Because you say get a surname, he says on it, and then he says on the 5th of May on the night flight at 22:20 p.m., 150k USD was stolen from a client's bag. Ayanda checked him in the passenger's name, it gives the name, and also 4 million in cash rands was also stolen from 2 bags from another passenger.
Sorry, which one? Number
103.
103. Yes.
He's referring to an incident that occurred on the 5th of May. He's sending that to you. What do you know about that, about Ayanda being the person that checked in the passenger, 150k USD and 4 million in cash was stolen?
Now I remember. It was the dollars that got lost or stolen at the airport. That's how he requested me to assist and get the 3 guys because they're working at the airport. This is the assistance he needed from me.
The check-in guys at the Emirates counter?
No, the details he was giving me here was for me to give to the policemen that are working at the airport. You see, I can't even remember what was that. I'm saying gold or something. I remember it was, yes, money stolen from the airport. Yes. Of somebody that Nku knows.
But Kensani is somebody that works at the Emirates check-in counter. Where does Kensani?
I am not so sure, but Kensani is somebody that was maybe assisting Nku. For sure, Kensani is not police.
Okay, if you go to the next page, it says, when you grab him, ask him about Ayanda. They work together on this. He's referring to Kensani. When you grab him, ask him about Ayanda. They work together on this. So the previous message is telling you that Ayanda was the person that checked in a passenger on the 5th of May and money was stolen. And then the other one, it was, he gave you Kensani's details, which led you to the airport, to Emirates counter 50 to 58.
Then it would mean those things were stolen by Kensani.
Okay, so...
That's why... Sorry?
No, go ahead, that's why?
That's why he sent me the picture for Mashihu and the guys to find out about this concern.
No, it's not for Mashihu and the other one to find out about Kensani, because you actually do go to the airport. You do. If you look at page, after he's given you Kensani's picture, at page 102, you say at 7:22 on the 23rd, you say here now, and then at in the next 8 seconds, you send him a pin location which places you, yes, this thing is cut up, but it places you at OR Tambo. So it wasn't to give to others. It was, in fact, for you to go and find Kensani. That's why you speak about grab him.
I'm sorry,
okay, let's do this slowly. Remember at 100, you've got the picture of Kensani and you ask for details. And then at the bottom of that page 100, you say, Hola, bring more, maybe surname and shift times so we can quickly visit. So on this message, you are going to visit once you get the shift times. 100, page 100 at the bottom. Bottom of page 100, you say, bring more, maybe surname and shift times so we can quickly visit. That's you saying. And then at page 101, he's the one that gives you Emirates, counter 50 to 58. Can you see where I'm reading towards the bottom?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so he gives you the details. And then, in fact, before that, just above that, he says, sorry, boss, guy is working in the morning shift. If they got, it must be around 6 p.m. this evening. That's Mr. Nku to you at 8:33 in the morning, 8:33:10. And then you respond. Rather, he sends another message immediately after. He says, Emirates, counter 50 to 58. So he's telling you, that's the only way of reading this. He's telling you where to find Kensani, who works the day shift, and they must go and grab him in the evening. And then you say, at the bottom of that 101 page, you say, okay. Next page, you send him the picture of check-in counters.
Yes, Commissioner.
You see that. And then you say, that's at 7:22:25. And then at 7:22:30, you say, here now. And at 7:22:38, you send him a pin location.
Yes, Commissioner.
Yes, and then you say, get a surname. And what I'm saying to you is you actually went to the airport yourself. You were not forwarding this information that Mr. Nku gives you. You were not forwarding it to Gauza, or even if you forwarded it to Gauza, you actually went to the airport yourself.
I agree, I went.
Yes.
But not accompanying Hausa and them.
Yes.
Yes, I went.
Okay.
Just to take you back, just to take you back to page 63, this is another incident where you are at the OR Tambo airport and you're asking for details of the baggage guy, and you place yourself there because you say in the third last chat, I'm on the ground now. Are you on page 63?
Yes, Commissioners.
Do you see that?
Which one exactly?
The third last chat, so third from the bottom?
We're on the ground now.
Yes.
Yes, Chair.
So you are referring to yourself and Hausa and other people, because what then follows on page 64 is that you had a meeting with Hausa and them. So there must have been an incident in February of 2019 when you were at the OR Tambo International Airport and you asked for details of one of the baggage guys, and those details were provided to you by Mr. Nku.
Yes, what's the question?
What were you doing with Mr. Nku at OR Tambo International Airport that required that you get details of the baggage guys?
I think I was maybe introducing him to Hausa and them.
For what purpose?
For him, because he needed assistance. There's dollars that got stolen at the airport.
No, but that's the May incident. This is a different incident in February. Do they get stolen twice?
That is the only thing that I could remember when you mentioned Kensan. But for this one, I'll be lying.
Does this not have to do with the stolen gold or platinum? Because if you read the earlier chat, this is the chat we went through earlier where you said you will bring back Nku's dignity to his bosses. Is that why you then involved these four people, because you guys are trying to recover whatever that was stolen?
I think so. Yes, Commissioner.
And
So you basically put up a team to go and recover stolen gold or stolen platinum on behalf of Nku's bosses?
I don't put up a team. I ask if they can assist.
Yes, it's the same thing. If you ask them to assist, it means you're putting a team together. And the idea was what? That you will go recover the stolen gold or stolen platinum on behalf of Nku's bosses.
They will go because they work there. I don't work there, Commissioners.
All right, thank you.
but on page 64, the message there is, are you still on page 64? After you speak about the meeting that you had and meeting the guys for the inquiry, then there's the fourth message from you. And my team is now complaining a bit. Please stop up if you can. I'm winning, trust me. You're winning the team's trust in this operation that he must top you up with money.
My team is complaining.
Yes.
Not I know that the top-up will be, or would mean money.
Yes. So your team was successful because there's going to be an inquiry lodged, and now you're saying, but they're complaining because either he's not paying you at all or he's not paying enough, and you're asking for a top-up. And you say, I'm winning their trust, so give something to maintain their trust, because if you don't pay, then they're not going to trust me to deliver on these kind of jobs.
It means I meant money here.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
Yes, and your team. And your team.
Yes.
And who was your team?
Khausa and them.
And sorry to interrupt, Advocate Nube. I think earlier when we engaged you, we may have misinterpreted chat number 3, because when we first looked at it, we assumed that it meant one of the guys was missing. Do you see the chat that says, Exeti, Rashot, Amfetu, we must go to Kiani? Remember we talked about that chat earlier?
Yes.
Reading it again now, it looks like you were talking about money, and you needed money to be topped up because what was made available for the team was not sufficient.
No, and I can tell you for sure that all this, now that I remember what you're talking about when we're talking this, it never materialized.
No, we're not there yet. We're not on whether you went to Guyana or not. We're still dealing with, there was a team that was put together, and you do say that my team, which means it's a team that you put together, is complaining a bit. Please top up. And I think you've admitted that topping up refers to money. Now I'm taking you to the chat before that. It says, Rashot Amfetu, meaning the money is not enough. So when you read them together, what they basically mean is the team is here, but the money that has been given is not enough, and Nku must top it up so that the team can proceed to do whatever work that they were supposed to do.
No, I know for a fact, Commissioners, nothing was given from Nku. The top-up would mean, or here means, Bashot.
No, but Rashota and Bashota are two different things. Rashota means you are short of cash. It's not enough.
I'm not excluding myself, because I can see here is Rashota. Rashota means I was there, but because it never materialized, that is why I could not remember exactly what was happening. Because it went nowhere, this thing.
But surely what you are saying, look at the next chat. Please top up. That must be about money. It just must be. Rashota, please top up. It's about money.
Okay, I agree.
Thank you. Thank you.
But also, what team would you have been talking about? Usually not speaking about your subordinates in the traffic department. What team were you speaking about?
The very same ones on top. The 3 guys on top.
Mashiko, Twala, and Vinjela 50.
Yes.
So you were arranging for police officers to be paid by Mr. Nku. When you say, please top up, you've accepted its cash. So you are asking Mr. Nku you've constituted a team of the 3, and they're all police officers. You're arranging with Mr. Nku to pay them.
Well, obviously, Commissioners, if you are asking a favor from people, they would always tell you how they work, and they would maybe demand what they demand, and I will just relay that back to Nku because he needs help.
So you have a team, you constitute, because you refer to them as my team, you constitute a team of police officers to do a favor for Mr. Nku, who will then pay them. it only makes sense if these police officers were not executing their duties. They were working outside of their duties for Mr. Nku, who pays them. It only makes sense if that was what was happening here. Is that what was happening?
Yes, Commissioners.
Okay, so you organized SAPS members to provide services at a fee to a civilian outside of their duties. Thank you. And you say when you organize these three, that you are now arranging for payment from Mr. Nku. You say, what were they doing? What were they doing for Mr. Nku? Remember, this is still in February.
That's why I'm mixing the two. It's the dollars and the gold
Okay.
that was stolen from the airport.
So that must be the gold if it was one of the two, because we know the rands, the 4 million rand, and the dollars, $150,000, that is in May. It's in a May trip, and this conversation is in February. So this must be the gold.
I know I was in contact with the guys for those two things only.
And you say this team that you constituted, they were doing what? They were trying to find the gold for Mr. Nku or whoever else he was assisting.
Yes, they were trying to get it, to recover it.
Isn't that typically police job? Typically police job where a complaint is laid with the police that something has been stolen from me, and Mashiko, Mosa, Twala, and Vinjelwa would do it in the normal course of their functions.
They are policemen.
Yeah, but you've just said they were not doing this in the course of their employment. It was a side hustle that they were doing for Mr. Nku. So they were not acting as police officers here. They were acting as a private army or private team, which is paid, which is hired and paid by Mr. Nku.
Side hustle, commissioners, I spoke about side hustle somewhere. I said I approached these guys because they work there. How are they going to recover it? They're the only ones that knows.
Yes.
Yes, either they will officialize it. I cannot dictate to them, do it official or unofficial. I cannot.
No, but you know they're not doing it official. That's why you're arranging for money for them. You know it's not official. If it were official, you would know that they will be paid their salaries. They don't get any more than that. And if there are bonuses, they will get bonuses. I don't know how the police work in respect of that. But you would know if it was official that they would be paid in the normal course. Here, you've arranged them, and you're arranging for payment. In fact, you're asking for top-up, so it indicates they were already receiving payment. And what I'm putting to you is, in fact, I think you accept it was a side hustle. And what I'm putting to you is, but here you are about an alleged complaint of loss of gold. And what you do is you organize a team of police officers to do the work for a private citizen and then to be paid by the private citizen, when in fact all of that is supposed to be normal police duty. And here you are coming up with a scheme where police officers who are paid by the public, who are employed as such, to do exactly that. You organize them to work for a private citizen at a fee. That breaks the law, it seems to me, on every level that you can imagine. All of you have broken the law. If you say, which is what you say, if you say that's what happened, then all four of you should be prosecuted, honestly. You've broken the law. You break the law. You use police officers to engage in private business that is paid for by a citizen or a member of the public. Surely you must accept, even if you say, at that time I didn't think about it that way, but sitting there, you have to accept it is wrong on all levels that you can think about. Plus, you are using their position at the airport. You say from their position, they would know what to do. So you're quite conscious that you are getting police officers to use their positions and power that they get out of the law by virtue of employment, nothing more, by virtue of employment, to use those positions to serve the interest of Mr. Nku, who pays them, but who's also your funder. It's just wrong in every way you look at it. And it's liable to criminal prosecution, I put to you. And comment, Chief, if you want to. I don't know what you would say, but I'm putting to you what this is. It's just plain criminal conduct.
No comment, Commissioners.
Thank you, Commissioner. Chief, can we then continue from page 104, which is still the incident of Kensani that we were dealing with. At the top, Mr. Nku says to you, when you grab him, referring to Kensani, ask him about Ayanda, which we dealt with from the 5th of May. They work together on this. And then you say, that's nice, grabbing him will work. And then you say they didn't give either cell phone number or surname, we can get all we want. What were you referring to there? We can get all we want. Were you looking for more details? What was it?
I think I was looking for details.
Okay. He then says, I am on it, you give thumbs up, and then he sends you the Emirates flight number. You say thumbs up. He sends you a number saying that it's Kensani's number. And then on the next page, he says, you then say, Tumza, I'm stuck. This is now at 6:52 a.m. on the 24th. You say, Tumza, 6:35 p.m. later that day. You say, Tumza, I'm stuck. So you were successful. Were you successful in grabbing Kensani?
Like I'm saying, none of this materialized. So we were not successful.
So why did Mr. Nku then send you 10,000 rand on the 25th of May?
Clearly, it was not for this. It was for something else. Not for this, because this, I never entertain it anymore. For what he was sending me, that for, I don't remember what was that for. But it's not like for something that I did for him.
So it's coincidental that you go to the airport when he tells you to go and grab someone. We don't know if you were successful. You say you weren't successful, but you don't remember much of anything. So we're not sure if maybe your memory is correct that you weren't successful here. And then he pays you 10,000 rand. Immediately thereafter, the next day, on the 25th of May, you receive 10,000 rand from him.
I would say because of our relationship, maybe for trying to assist him, that's what he did.
Okay, go to page 107.
Before you do that, Chief, you in your statement at paragraph 2, you say you were removed, you were politically and forcefully removed and arrested and detained in 2018, and then you were suspended. When were you reinstated? You don't give us dates.
2018.
Sorry?
2018.
You were reinstated in 2018.
I know I was locked up 2018.
Yeah. No, what I'm asking is, you were then also suspended. You do say in your paragraph that you were arrested, and then the matter was not placed on the roll. You say that. and you were then released the following day, the very next day. So I'm asking about the suspension. You say I was then suspended, and then you say upon my reinstatement, I was transferred to Vereeniging Regional Office as head of service and region. So my question is, the suspension, when was it lifted? I may have forgotten, you might have said it somewhere, but I may have forgotten. After your suspension in 2018, when is it uplifted that you return to work?
It normally takes, I can't remember, is it 60 or 90 days?
Oh yes, you did say
Yes.
nothing came out of it. So the time elapsed and you went back to work,
Yes, and within that period, you must be taken for a hearing.
a DC.
So
Yes.
that did not happen. That's how I was reinstated.
Okay, and you went back to work. All
Yes, Commissioners.
Okay, let me ask my question anyway. So in 2019, you are the head of service point in Vereeniging Regional Office. That's in 2018 when you go back to work after the lifting of your suspension.
2018, 2019, somewhere there.
Okay, I think what I'm wanting to verify is that in 2019, you are the head of service point, Vereeniging, in 2019.
Yes, Commissioners.
Okay, so these events that we are discussing in 2019, you are Vereeniging Regional Office, head of service. That's your position at that point.
Not head of subs.
No, I'm saying Vereeniging Regional Office,
Service point.
head of the service point. Yes, that's what I was trying to say.
Yes, Commissioner.
That's in 2019. Why are you in an operation in OR Tambo? Then explain in 2019.
Like I said, in the province, we don't have jurisdiction.
Yeah, that's not a road, unless you say OR Tambo is defined as a road. And I'm not in a position to argue with you about it because I've never thought of it as a road, and so I wouldn't know how to dispute it until I've looked it up. So my question comes from the assumption that OR Tambo is not one of the roads that you can do operations on. This is, so my question of why are you in an operation at OR Tambo, but also maybe let me add to it, just in case you say it's a road, let me add to it, that what you're doing there, what puts you at OR Tambo is not a crime in progress, like you explained earlier, that you are a law enforcement officer. If a crime happens within where you can see it, you must act, you're expected to act, and you have the right to, the power to act. This investigation about whether it is about gold, following up on stolen gold, or about dollars in May, all of which is in 2019. It's not your hot pursuit case, right? This stuff that has happened already historically, and you're following up on suspects. Why is that? How are you involved with this operation?
OR Tambo is the airport.
Yes. You have jurisdiction over that. You have powers there.
Which powers, Commissioners?
As a traffic officer.
Obviously, I did not get into the airport and dig into what was happening
Yes.
because I found the guys that are working there. I went with Tumelo to introduce to them. That necessarily does not mean I went inside airport, inside the in airport. No, but airport still, because it's Gauteng, still, we do work at the airport.
Yeah, no,
And-
sorry, finish, sorry.
We do work at the airport, depending on what is the operation.
Yes. Well, as a infrequent, I must qualify it, user of the airport, I know that you do I do see traffic officers giving people tickets. So,
But that's not inside the terminal
Yes.
building. I know where traffic officers like to park and stop people. It's usually as you turn to go straight towards the terminal building. Traffic officers like to stop there. That's not inside the terminal building.
the question is, you have an operation which we have established. It's not an official police operation because these three people who are your team that are paid by Nku, they are not in a police operation to follow up on this. You've accepted that. So we know that whatever's going on there, they are not doing official police functions. We know that. The question is, you are part of it. That's why you're at the airport. In fact, Mr. Nku says, you tell Mr. Nku, we'll go and arrest, we'll grab him. So you make yourself part of that operation of grabbing him, whoever him is, Kensani or whoever. So my question is, you are at that time in 2019, the head of Service Point, Vereeniging region. You are in OR Tambo. You are going to effect an arrest. You are part of a group of people that are doing unofficial subs business, and therefore you must also be doing unofficial traffic department business. All of you paid by Mr. Ngu. I'm asking, why are you part of this operation? You. Why are you participating in the arrest, possible arrest? You say it didn't succeed. Why are you participating in the planned arrest of someone who is associated or that you are following up in respect of theft of somebody's gold? And you are a traffic officer who is based in the Service Point office in Vereeniging. Why are you part of an operation to arrest a person in OR Tambo? That is not traffic officer duty to arrest this particular suspect if you found him. It's not traffic officer duty. So why are you there?
I did not participate in that operation. I was at the airport trying to assist Nku and introduce the guys to Nku. It doesn't mean I went inside the airport or I was part of the operation.